Hi, peeps. Yay! You made it to class. Yes. All right, let's do a sound check to make sure everything's okay. Oh, let me turn off this sound. Let me close this window. One moment, one moment.
You made it to class. Yes.
One moment.
All right.
Well, I can see that I'm being heard well. Hold on.
To make sure everything's okay. Let me turn off this sound. Let me close this window. One moment, one moment. Made it to class. Yes.
One moment.
All right.
Well, I can. Getting there. One moment. All right. Hi. We are going to have a powerful conversation about Bitcoin. Get your pen and your paper and your journal or whatever you're writing down. Turn off your phone, turn off Facebook, turn off everything that is in any way distracting. I got my flowers here with me today. Aren't they gorgeous? Got some flowers from the store today, so they're sitting here with me. I'm just breathing in this deliciousness. Let's talk about Bitcoin. First, I want to begin with answers to your questions. Why Bitcoin? Why now? Why are we even having this conversation? So before we go further, if we have not met, I take a moment to introduce myself. I'm Reverend Valerie Love, and I'm a teacher. That is what I do, and that is why I'm on the planet. And I pray in this conversation, I can inspire you to greatness in your mind, in your spirit, in your financial world, so that you stand up and become the great, magnificent expression of the divine that you are on the earth plane. That is my intention for you, and I pray that I can support you in realizing your true divinity in all areas of your life. Now, my YouTube channel is about spirituality. So why is a gal like me who's always talking about spirituality, metaphysics, magic? I am an alchemist, also known as a Christian witch. I am a practicing mage. I don't say magician, I say mage, similar to magi. And as I was reflecting on this the other day, what came to me is, again, this idea of imagination, which is also at the root and the core of what we do as mages, as magi on the planet. So if you're with me and you're a magical practicing person, a witch, a Wiccan, a light worker, an alchemist of the soul, a person or a being who knows that there's a whole lot more to this life experience than what you can ascertain with the five senses, if that's you, then you're in the right place, darling. You're in the right place. So I read questions on the page, and I'm going to answer your questions, and we're going to have a powerful conversation about Bitcoin. So invite. This is a critical conversation. It's a conversation we must have. I talk to the most enlightened people on the planet. That's you. I don't mean to point, but that's you, beloved. That's you. I have the honor and the privilege and the pleasure of teaching, coaching, supporting, inspiring the most, what I believe or what I sense or feel within myself, the most enlightened beings on the planet. If you've been in our coaching programs, if you've been on Boost, you know exactly what I am talking about. OMG. So here's a question. Why are the most enlightened people on the planet also some of the, let's call it, financially disadvantaged, or to put it, y'all know me, I like to keep it real. Why? Something's going on there. So this is what happened to me in my life experience. I used to be a financial planner at American Express. If you know me, you know. If you've been following my YouTube channel, you know I was a financial planner at American Express for 7 years. And you spirituality and money because they're integrated. Money is energy. And if you, being a coach, a light worker, a healing practitioner, an alchemist of the soul, a Wiccan, a witch, a magic practitioner, you know that you are a master of energy. So why have you not yet mastered the energy known as money? Because, I'm going to give you the answer to it right now, because you instinctively know, intuitively, that money is not real. You know this. You know intuitively, and your soul cannot latch itself onto something that's not real. This fiat currency, fiat, money by decree, money by declaration, it's not real. And you and I both know this ain't real. Therefore, you can't get your soul to the place where you have soul engagement to go after things that would give you a lot of money, because it just doesn't feel right in your system. Do you know what I'm talking about? So most light workers that I know, they have not done what it would require to make massive amounts of money in their life, because they don't have the soul engagement to go for these millions. And they know, maybe you have made this discovery, that the whole system is not something that you want to feed into anyway, because it's the matrix. That's why we're having this conversation, because Bitcoin is not in the matrix. Yeah. All right, let's get some comments, because I want to hear from you what this means for you. Put it in the chat before we go into what Bitcoin really is. First, before you can know what Bitcoin is, you have to know that there's a problem with 3 systems on this planet. 3. Number 1, the banking system. It's broken. It doesn't work. Okay? There are probably 60–70% of the population, perhaps 80% of the population at this point in time is what we call unbanked and unbankable, meaning that the current banking situation we have does not work for the majority of the people on this planet. So I know that you are probably concerned about your own financial well-being, and that's a good thing. Yet, your financial well-being is predicated upon how many people you are serving and how well you serve them and how many problems you can solve for them based on what you love doing and what comes to you naturally. Let's call it your destiny, your purpose on this planet. See what I'm doing with you right now? This is my love. I love it. You see, I would do this for free, even though clients pay me thousands of dollars to teach them what I'm teaching you right now. I'm so grateful. People pay me thousands of dollars for books, royalties for the books that I've written. I've written 11 books. Don't tell my publisher. Here's a secret between me and you. Come real close. I would have written those books for free. It's what I love doing. Get it? All right. So there is something that's inside of you too that is bursting, wanting to come out, and it involves serving brothers and sisters here on the planet, God's children, in such a way that if you help them solve their problems, like I'm going to solve problems for people tonight, I'm going to solve problems for you tonight. Maybe I've already solved some problems for you. I pray, humbly pray. Maybe I've already solved a problem for you simply by you hearing the beginning of this class, the introduction. We're going to solve some problems tonight, real world problems. And the biggest problem that I know how to solve is you ain't got no money and you want some. I could solve that all day long. So if you even go to my YouTube, you will see there a money multiplier spell. And by the grace of God, people buy that vid all day long. It's on YouTube. It's $4.99. And it's a spell that I worked that bought me 5 figures very swiftly. When I tell you I'm an alchemist of the soul, I'm not playing around with that. And when I tell you I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about. And I can absolutely help you. Now, I can help you. However, you must be in a position what y'all are up to and what y'all are all about. So let me look at the chat for a moment, okay? Because I want to see what's happening with you all and make sure that we're all together on the same page. Pen and paper, because I'm going to share with you 4 things that Bitcoin is. You have to understand what Bitcoin is before you can begin to invest in it and to use it to become wealthy, which you can absolutely do. You know I'm telling you the truth. You can use Bitcoin to become wealthy. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you. So let's go to the chat. I want to see what y'all are chatting about. Welcome and welcome you to class. Welcome, welcome, welcome to class. Okay, let's go to, and I love doing these classes. We do at least 1 or 2 classes a month in these Wealthy Lightworker series, and they're always free, open to everyone. That might change in 2016 though, because yeah, it's valuable information. So we might be starting to charge very soon. That does not work. And Zanetta, Coach Zanetta, is a graduate of the Destiny Coaching Academy. You will see her on the chat page. And she also is an accountant. Coach Zanetta can tell you what I'm talking about. These systems are broken. I'm going to tell you the next two systems that are broken in a minute. Plus one on your comment, Coach Zanetta. Antonio Thompson, hello, Valerie Love. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Antonio. Love you. Divine. Wow, I work for American Express Plenty Rewards Program. They are shutting us down in February. Read the handwriting on the wall. Thank you for sharing that. Deviness Divine. Zanetta, hey. Oh, Havila, peace and blessings. Mwah. Hi, Havila. All our family members piling into the room tonight. Come on. Tony Angie Ellis. This will be very informative. Can't wait. Oh, yes, it is alternative. Yay, can't wait. This is going to be very interesting. All right, let's continue. Here are the other two systems that are broken. So we got number one, banking, broken. Number two, financial markets, broken. 90% of the people on the planet do not have access to Wall Street or to financial instruments, even a mortgage or financial instruments that could make them wealthy. We can go and buy Facebook stock. We can open an account. I can certainly show you how to do that all day long. We can open an account and buy just about any kind of investment we want to, yet most of the globe cannot do that. Third system that's broken, government. So here we have three systems that are broken that Bitcoin addresses: the banking system, the financial markets, and the government. Now let's go to what is Bitcoin, because this is the big question. And this is where I find a lot of people just get all twisted up in the game. So I want you to write 4 on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Write it on your paper. Number 1, Bitcoin is a network. So before we even go to the money portion, we must understand that Bitcoin is a network. I'm going to move my beautiful flowers over. Bitcoin is a network, and it is what we call a distributed network. Don't get twisted up. It's very simple if you think of it the way I'm going to share it with you. It's very simple. So it is a network. A network of what? Computers. So Bitcoin is a network. Think of it almost like the web, okay? A bunch of computers all around, all right? Number 2, Bitcoin is, besides it being a network, Bitcoin is actually a protocol. A protocol. What does that mean? It means it's a way of doing something. And what is it a way of doing? It is a protocol for storing Bitcoin. The network is also a protocol that can accurately timestamp information. Now, and transactions. Now, don't we use that every day? Yes, the stock market uses that because it has to know who bought the stock at 11:01 and who bought it from that person at 11:02. Now, what is this protocol called? This protocol that can actually store all this information and timestamp it, and it's accurate, is called the blockchain. Now, I'm doing this really simply because I'm a simple gal. I like things simple. So I want to share it with you in a way that is simple, that you'll want to learn what Bitcoin is. And if you go to all the tech guys and you hear them talk about cryptocurrency, distributed networks, nodes, mining, hashing, hash power, hash rate, that will just, your mind will just go ding, 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 tilt, 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 and it'll be like, no, because a confused mind says no. I want to open your mind free with something like Bitcoin is not connected to any government, that is not connected to any system that we currently have. It is its own entity. Okay? So, number one, Bitcoin is a network. Now, number two, Bitcoin is a protocol. Before we go to 3 and 4, I want to say something else about 1. There is a book or an idea called the network effect. Why do I want you to buy Bitcoin? Because I own Bitcoin, many people own Bitcoin. Every time another person buys Bitcoin, you become part of the network, and the network itself becomes more valuable. For instance, when mobile phones were first invented, if I was the only person with a mobile phone, the Sprint network is not very valuable. That's one person. If you got a mobile phone, now the two of us are on the network. The network just doubled in value because the network doubled in size. Yes, this is going to play a little later in class when we talk about the valuations, and when I show you, we're going to do screen share like I love doing, and I'll show you the valuation of Bitcoin even over this year. The price has exploded, and I'm also going to give you an opportunity to come and meet with me in person in June. We are having a one-day VIP event just before a very big breakthrough that's going to happen in July with Bitcoin, because there's going to be a halving event. Now, I'll talk more about that in a moment, but right now, stay with me. So number one, that network, that's critical. So if you buy Bitcoin, let's say we buy some tonight, right, when I step you through the steps. The network got more valuable because now more people are in the network. So a network that has 3 million people in it is 3 times as valuable as a network that has 1 million people in it. Right? Right. So, number one, Bitcoin is a network. Number two, Bitcoin is a protocol. A protocol, as we said, is a way of doing things, and it is a way of doing things in an order. Number three, Bitcoin is an asset. An asset. So that means if you do enter the network by buying Bitcoins, this is actually a store of value that can go up in value, that can, as we say in financial markets, appreciate. So it's like owning real estate. It's like owning gold. Okay? You with me? This is real simple. Number four, Bitcoin is a currency. What is a currency? It's simply a value that you can use to exchange, to settle trades and debt, right? That's as simple, that's all a currency is for. It's to settle trade and to settle debt is what they say, right? So when you look at a piece of fiat currency, let's say you pull out $1 or a $5 bill. I don't carry fiat currency very much. I try my best not to touch fiat currency at all. My subconscious mind, which is really the soul, remember, we're all the basis of this whole thing is spirituality. The container that holds this whole conversation you and I are having is spirituality, and looking at this through the lens of the spiritual master. And the spiritual master knows when something is fake and when it's real. And money's fake. So I usually stay away from it in the sense to settle trade and debt. I use it to now purchase or buy things that are real, like real estate, stocks, art, Bitcoin. Yay! So everybody's trying to get money. You notice that? Everybody's trying to get money. That's not the end game. Receive the money, no matter what amount it is, and then take the money and turn it into something that will be an appreciating asset. And so Bitcoin is both an asset and it is a currency. Number 4, it's a currency because now you can use it to pay for things. Now here's the next question we get before we go into how can you get Bitcoin? How can you use Bitcoin, like I said, to buy airline tickets, which I have done. How do you use a Bitcoin teller machine, which I have done. How do you use Bitcoin to buy hotel rooms, which I have done. How do you use Bitcoin for Starbucks, which I do frequently. So all of this, I'll show you how to do it. And it's so simple, it's mind-boggling. Now, before we go any further, let's check the chat. Let's check the chat. All right, my peeps, what are y'all talking about here on the chat? Robert Kiyosaki, oh, here's Coach Zanetta. Robert Kiyosaki says that the stock market, put your questions in the chat too, my peeps. Put your questions in the chat. Robert Kiyosaki says that the stock market will crash again in 2016. Buy your Bitcoins now. All right now, you heard it. And I want to really have a conversation about reading the handwriting on the wall. If you look at the handwriting on the wall, they are printing money at a breakneck speed, something like 4 billion, I don't know how many billions of dollars a day. Do you know how much money they have made out of the clean, thin air in the last 7 years? I think something like $3 trillion. Excuse me. Made it. They made it out of nothingness into paper and put it in your wallet and gave it to you in your paychecks. It's not backed by anything. It's not real. So now if they just keep printing it off and printing it off and printing it off and printing it off, don't you think one day the whole thing is going to go to hell in a handbasket? I mean, you don't even have to be a rocket scientist or an economist to know that what we are doing with the current financial markets is unsustainable. So wealthy people, poor people are always trying to get their hands on money. Wealthy people are always buying assets, stocks, art, real estate, businesses, and Bitcoin. And they're buying assets that go up in value and that pay them an income. That's the best kind of asset you have. An asset that is appreciating and paying you income. Very similar to my Total Life Changes business, which puts money in our accounts every Thursday, every week, like clockwork. You must invest your money in ways that will pay you without you doing the work, beloved. Why is this critical? Because you're a light worker. You are on this planet for a purpose. You are here to uplift and ascend human consciousness, humanity, and the entire cosmos. If you are not free, it means you go to a job every day because you have to, because you want to take care of your financial responsibilities, and you have not yet learned how to create wealth from within yourself with your gifts, your skills, your abilities. Making it, number one, non-negotiable. I haven't worked a job in I don't know how many years. I'm very grateful to have streams of income that come to me from doing what I love. Right now, beloved, I say this almost every class. There are people on YouTube that are looking at my videos and clocking up the dollars for me, which I am very thankful for, that I'm not working for. So what I want to teach you and really convey to you is that you have got to tend to your wealth by putting in place income streams that pay you while you're sleeping or while you're doing something else like writing a book or making a YouTube vid, especially if you're a light worker, because your life depends on it and the whole universe depends on it. This is what your soul signed up for when it came here. It came here to be extraordinary, not to work a job every day. You've got to be free to do what Spirit is calling you to do. And one of the ways that you must be free is financially. That you know money's coming in, you know how it's coming in, and you set up more and more income streams that make you wealthier and wealthier and that take care of your lifestyle. This is important. I don't work for anyone but God. And God shows me how to become wealthy. Spirit will show you that because God said the wealth and riches and abundance of the universe is yours. Claim it. Back to Bitcoin. Let's hear what you're talking about in the chat because I've got. Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. Okay, let's go. Let's hear you in the chat. Beverly Corley, this is digital, right? So what happens if the computer system goes down? Will we still be able to use Bitcoins? Excellent question. Chris, hi Chris. You buy fiat to buy those things. Excellent question. Okay, let me say that again so that we are really clear. Both. So the point I am making is that when you receive money, take the money and change it into an asset like Bitcoin, art, real estate, a business that pays you income. See, poor people are always trying to get money. And they just keep trying to get money, and she keep trying to get more money, and keep trying to get more money, and keep trying to get more money. That's a treadmill for a hamster. Going round and round and round and round and round. You never get off of that. You would look at me. You will never get off of that if you do not take different action based on what I'm telling you tonight. Mark this date on your calendar. If you do not change what you are doing, you will go to your grave broke. Now, I'm not wishing that on anybody. I'm saying it to you so that you will understand the importance of what we're talking about. Be on that hamster wheel forever. Get off of it. Here's how. You get off of the hamster wheel by creating, buying assets that grow in value and eventually will grow past your income earning potential. It'll grow past what you could even work for and make, and will pay you an income. Now, if you go to valerielove.com, and there is a link there to the 7 income streams class I did about 3-4 weeks ago. That class will blow your mind because it will show you the 7 income streams for light workers. That means you. Okay? What if you got your YouTube channel to where it was making you $5,000 a month? That is an asset. Oh, they're going on YouTube by the billions, watching billions of minutes of video every day. Do you realize that people are watching billions of minutes of YouTube every day? And for every minute that is monetized on YouTube, someone's getting money for it. Does that excite you? It excites me. Every minute that is monetized on YouTube with ads, someone's getting paid for it. Why not you? Do you prefer to go to a job? What I think is no one taught you how to be free until now. Because I can tell you how to be free because I'm free. If you look at somebody on YouTube and they're not free, they can't teach you how to be free. They didn't do it for themselves yet. They did not demonstrate it. I don't work for anyone but God. And God takes care of everything. Oh my God. How wonderful. You have no idea how that feels unless you are experiencing this lifestyle as well. Spirit said for me to go to Bali. And I said yes. And I bought plane tickets. Matter of fact, my plane tickets that I bought coming back, I'll show you how I bought them in a moment, with Bitcoin. And I went to Bali, and I spent 33 days in Bali. Glorious. I ate what I felt like eating. Eating. I ate what I felt like eating. I stayed in glorious places with amazing people. One place was just as beautiful and glorious as the next place. And all of this was taken care of by Spirit because I'm free. I don't have to ask anybody, can I go somewhere? Now, it did take time to create this life of freedom. And if you start now, you can do it. I'm here to coach you, to support you in doing it. Let's go to the chat, and then we're going to go on screen share. Is it better? Hi, Chris. How are you? All right, let's now go to the next step with your Bitcoin. Want to answer the question. Well, what if the computers go down? What would happen to Bitcoin? Good news, nothing. Because Bitcoin doesn't live in computers. Bitcoin lives in the internet. So the only way you could shut down all of Bitcoin is if you shut down the entire internet. And if you did manage to turn off the entire internet, like there's an internet switch somewhere on the globe, there's not one. If you did, as soon as you turn the internet back on, Bitcoin would keep picking, it would just pick up right where it left off. Because remember, it has a record of everything it did. Now, there was another question in the chat. Well, what about the owner of Bitcoin? I heard that he was a mobster or that he got put in jail. So let's answer that question. There is no one creator of Bitcoin. Where did Bitcoin come from? Bitcoin came out of our collective consciousness. I know this sounds very esoteric. Stick with me for a minute. I'm going to take you down a path, and trust me, it will answer the questions in a way that makes it understandable. Remember how the internet was created? One person did not create the internet. It was built over time through concurrent technologies that built on previous technologies. So this person tinkers with it, 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 and they have all that collected information, and eventually, bing, we have the internet. Well, that one person didn't invent the internet. This was an ongoing evolution of science, of minds that were playing with the idea all along. Now let's go to the spiritual implications of it, because everything is spiritual. We live in a spiritual universe. And I'm a spiritual gal and you're a spiritual person. And I need spiritual answers. I need answers from spirit, because then I know the answers are true and correct. And we do not have misperceptions. Bitcoin came out of our collective consciousness as an evolutionary leap in human consciousness, the same way the web came from, the same place the web came from. The web came from our consciousness of oneness and connectedness. That's where the web came from, consciousness, because everything comes from consciousness, right? So the World Wide Web is our acknowledgement that there is a web of life that holds everything together, and we are all one with it in it. That's where the web came from, spiritually speaking. And then, yeah, we had the technology people that did it on the third dimensional plane of reality. But do not think that anything came from technology. It didn't. Everything comes from mind with a capital M. So where did Bitcoin come from? Many people over the years were working on a cryptocurrency. It's a long word that just means one thing: math. That's all it means. Bitcoin works on math. And if you want to know a real simple, I'll put it on a little piece of paper for you, and this will make it very, very simple. Take out a piece of paper right now, and I'm going to grab a little sheet of paper right now, and this is going to be as simple as you can see. Simple, simple, simple. I'm going to show you a symbol of Bitcoin. This is what Bitcoin looks like. Can you see this paper? Let me see. Let me put it over. Okay, you see this paper? 010. Do you see that? Now that could look like a lot of things. Bitcoin is math. Bitcoin is ones and zeros. So if you want to do more of what Bitcoin looks like, it looks something like this. It looks like math. It looks like numbers, zeros and ones. And if you really wanted to do, that's all cryptocurrency means. It means math. Math, that's it. Now, isn't this whole universe made up of numbers? Isn't this whole entire universe made on math? That's how you know Bitcoin is a very spiritual concept. It aligns with how the universe really works. The more you discover about Bitcoin, the more you will learn and know that Bitcoin works like God, like the universe. It's numerology. cryptography. It's all numbers. Well, Val, what does that mean? It means this. When someone buys a Bitcoin, remember we said number 2, Bitcoin is a protocol. It gets recorded on the blockchain, right? Remember we said that, we talked about the blockchain. It gets recorded on the blockchain. Now, the blockchain has it locked in. Do you realize that the blockchain is nothing but mass computation of computers all over the globe? So Bitcoin is what we call a decentralized distributed network. Just a lot of words that only means it don't live in one place. It lives everywhere. Everywhere. When we say decentralized, that's the best part about Bitcoin to me, is its decentralized nature, because this means that no one central party Bitcoin? No, it's decentralized. That means all of us that own Bitcoin are in charge of Bitcoin. Isn't that lovely? Now, let's go to how it got started. So over the years, just like the internet, there were many tries to create some kind of digital currency, a currency that was not associated with any government, right? Right now, I live in the United States of America for right now. And they say that in the United States of America, it's actually illegal to use any other currency to settle a debt or to trade. It's illegal. So you can't use Canadian currency in the United States. Well, Bitcoin is completely different because you can use Bitcoin everywhere where there's the internet. So you can use Bitcoin in China, Nigeria, Tanzania. Tunisia in Africa is actually the first country, an African country is the first country to put their currency of the country on the blockchain. Ooh. So now, because Bitcoin is a network, a whole bunch of us all together, like a club, because it's also a protocol, it can record things. That blockchain records things, right? And number 3, it's an asset. It's actually going up in value. And number 4, it's a currency. We can actually use it to trade, to buy things. Let's go to how you can buy things. Oh, so before we go to buy things, let me complete the thought. Stay in order here, Valerie. I get excited talking about Bitcoin. I'm going to complete the thought about how it was invented. So the story goes, Satoshi Nakamoto, not a real person, I don't believe. And in the Bitcoin community, nobody thinks that Satoshi Nakamoto is a real person. Most people believe that Satoshi is a group of people, maybe 5 or 6 group people. But Satoshi Nakamoto solved a big problem that kept us from having digital currency, money that could be used everywhere without the touch of a government anywhere. There was something that prevented us from being able to have that. And here was what prevented us. You know how they have bootlegs? You know what a bootleg is? Bootleg is when you take a CD or a DVD, you make your illegal copy. A person, not you, a person makes an illegal copy of it and they sell it. And that's a problem. That's illegal because the people who made it are getting shortchanged out of their money. Well, anytime you take something digital, The problem with digital goods is that they can be easily duplicated. Now, that's a problem for money, because if I have one and you have one and we just duplicate them and make two more, that's not a stable currency. That means anybody and everybody can just be printing money up in their computer, making more bitcoins in their computer, and that's not going to work. So what they called that was the double spend problem. Like, I could have a Bitcoin, and because it takes a few minutes for the system to go through all the transactions and confirm them, it takes a few minutes for that to happen. If I had a Bitcoin, it's digital, I could spend it, and then I could quickly have a copy of it and spend it again, because it hasn't been caught yet that that would be a bad transaction, and maybe I would have gotten those goods. So they couldn't have this duplication thing going on. That was a big problem. The double spend was the big problem. So Satoshi Nakamoto was thinking about this double spend problem, and he wanted to solve a problem. Remember, the people who become wealthy solve people's problems. Write this out in your journal. If you solve your problems, you make money. If you solve other people's problems, you become wealthy. Which one do you want? Do you want to make money, or do you want to become wealthy? Well, you could stop at just making money. That would just be solving your own problems, and you would be pretty okay. If you want to become wealthy, help as many people as you can. My prayer for 2016 is to support over 1 million souls. I ask Spirit, how can I help inspire the lives of 1 million people in 2016? Think I can do it? Think I can do it? I can't do it. Spirit can do it through me. Yes. All right, let's continue. So Satoshi Nakamoto came up with a way to solve the problem, and he wrote it out on a simple white paper, only something like 6 or 9 pages. It's very short. You can read it online. Google Satoshi Nakamoto white paper. You can read the white paper. I don't understand it. I don't understand all that stuff. I'm a financial girl and a spiritual girl, integrated. Financial, spirituality, integrated. I'm not a technology wizard. I don't understand that part. I know what Bitcoin can do, and I see the vision in the spirit realms with the third eye. So follow me on that, okay? He solved the double spend problem in his white paper, and he said this could work, and the blockchain was born. That was 2008. In 2008, the blockchain started. It started cranking out, and people started working the blockchain. In 2009, about a year later, I hope I have my dates accurate. In 2009, we had the first posted price of Bitcoin, and it was something like, people in the beginning, they were getting Bitcoin for like a penny each, 10 cents each. Now, let me share something with you. If you had bought Bitcoin when it first was available, let's say it was a penny each, and let's say you bought 100 pennies worth, $1 worth of Bitcoin in 2009, and let's say you never spent any of your Bitcoin, you held on to those 100 Bitcoin that you got for a penny each. Do you know what Bitcoin is worth right now? I don't want to make you cry, but let's go look at it. We're going to go on screen share, and we're going to pull up the current price of Bitcoin. And like I said, I don't want you to be upset. However, I do want your eyes to be open. We're going to go to Crypto Coins News. Crypto Coins News. There it is right there. This is latest info about Bitcoin. And it'll pop up the price, current price of Bitcoin. Crypto Coins News. Oh, we got the countdown clock. Remember I told you about the countdown. All right, here we have it. Can you see this clearly? Bitcoin price, $423.69. The high today was $429. Actually, I'm going to take us over to another one where you can see it more clearly. I'm going to go to CoinDesk. I have a few of them that I like going to. CoinDesk gives you the actual charts. I love CoinDesk, and you can see it right there. $423.67. Oh yes, no thank you for one Bitcoin. Now, let's go back to our example. Let's say that you had bought 100 Bitcoin for $1 in 2009. What would that 100 Bitcoin be worth now? That $1 investment would now be worth almost $500,000. $429,000. Now, take a breath. Just let that marinate in your mind. Are you still saying Bitcoin ain't real? Are you still saying, yeah, it's not going to last? Are you still saying, I'm confused, I don't know what it is? With that kind of growth, could you tell yourself, I think I need to learn what this is? Because finally you have a way for the poor man, the average woman, to buy a simple online asset simply with your credit card. You can even buy $10 worth, $5 worth, $20 worth. We showed you that last week in class. And become wealthy. What if over the next 5 years, Bitcoin goes to $1,000 per Bitcoin? Do you realize that that means that your $500 investment today could be worth $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $20,000 in very short order? Are you realizing what I'm talking about? I hope so. Because when I first started teaching these Bitcoin classes, Bitcoin was in the 200 and some odd range. Then it went down to about 177 because it is what we call volatile, right? In the financial markets, it has volatility. Who cares about volatility? Because if you're a person, and I'm not telling you how to invest. I am not a financial advisor, and I do not give investment advice. I give ideas, because ideas have power if you execute them. So, if you can buy $20 worth, $100 worth of Bitcoin, and we do eventually have what the economists are saying is that it will be easy for us to have a $10,000 Bitcoin. That one day, one day you will go to CoinDesk, mark my words, and you will look up that price for Bitcoin, and it will say 10,000. Today's price for Bitcoin, $10,649. It's going to happen. You know why? Because there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. It's not an infinite supply. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. And because there is a finite supply, demand Simple economies of supply and demand tells you it's going to be worth a lot of money. Now, if you factor in the use cases for Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin even replaced one of the broken systems that we have now, you're looking at about $1,000 Bitcoin or $2,000 Bitcoin in the next few years. Example, Western Union. Why do you spend $5, $50 or more to send Western Union payments to people overseas? Because Western Union works with the unbankable, the unbanked population. Therefore, they are able to charge exorbitant prices to move money around the globe, different places. Exorbitant. Bitcoin, I can send you some Bitcoin like that instantaneously for pennies. There was a story of a golf buddies, circle of them, about 5 or 6 of them. And one of them, they were wealthy, had money. One of them wanted to show to his golf buddies how fast and easy and simple Bitcoin is to move around. So he pushed to the buddy next to him. He said, bring out your phone, open a Bitcoin wallet. And he sent him $250,000 in fiat currency worth of Bitcoin. He pushed it to him. He said, now, to the third one, you open a Bitcoin wallet. And he had the second one push the $250,000 to the next one. In a matter of minutes, with hardly no money, we call this frictionless transactions, because money can move so swiftly and easily through the internet. Pushed it to the next one. Then he said to the third one, the fourth one, open a Bitcoin wallet, do the same thing. And they pushed that $250,000 around the table till it got all the way back to him. And he said, for pennies. Now, what financial institution can you do that? Can you go into a bank right now and wire somebody $250,000 for pennies, $250,000 for pennies? I think not. Wire transfer fees, not only the wire transfer fees, how much information will you have to divulge because you're over the $10,000 mark for the IRS to now have you fill out a piece of paper? I cashed a check once in the bank for something like $15,000. They were about to have a fit. I cashed another check. It was probably, I don't know, $3,000 or $5,000. They were about to have a fit. You want to make a teller in a bank have a fit, a meltdown? Take it a big check and just say, oh, I have cash. Well, isn't this where you'll keep cash? I have to get the manager. Because over $10,000, my love, of cash, you will have to fill out, as we know, that lovely little form that they're going to send to the IRS with all your info, supposedly because they are wanting to cut off money laundering and the financing of terrorist activities. I ain't saying nothing about that because I'm not even going to talk about that right now. That's a whole nother conversation. Let's buy some airline tickets with Bitcoin. Here we go. Y'all don't get me in trouble here talking about the government. All right. As you saw last week, we start with change tip. If you have not yet gotten your change tip wallet, what are you waiting for? Open up a change tip, changetip.com. And even if you, change tip will even give you a nice tip me page, changetip.tipme. I think it's valerielove.tipme. Yeah, they'll give you a tip me page. Valerie Love, I think it's Dot. And thank you for all the wonderful beings who sent me tips last week after class. That was so beautiful. Thank you. And it comes out on Twitter too. That was so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's if you go to Change Tip, they will give you your own tip page, and then hey, we can send you Bitcoin, and you can say, hey, somebody send me some more Bitcoin. Yay! How lovely. Now, before that, oh, you've been challenged. Join the social giving challenge. Okay, I'm going to look at that in a minute. Wonderful. Let's go over to, oh, I got about 15,000 bits in here. This is very important because bits are one of the increments of Bitcoin. The smallest increment of Bitcoin is a Satoshi, which is 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin. So a Bitcoin is divisible down to 100 million parts. So that means you'll always have plenty of people with plenty of Bitcoin all over the globe. So no worries about that. All right, let's go to the deposit and the withdrawal page. This is so easy. I've already shown you last time in the last class how to acquire Bitcoin. Oh, a buck in there. Okay, how to acquire Bitcoin. We're not going to look at that right now. We've already done that. Now we're going to teach you how to buy Starbucks, Target, groceries with your Bitcoin. You go right here to gift. This is with GYFT, gift.com. Stay with me. It's very simple. It's very easy. You just open a gift, GYFT.com, because gift is integrated with Bitcoin. All right. So you open your gift account, and right here, do you see? I'm going to do that giving challenge later. Right here, you see where it says gift. Click on gift, and gift will allow you to buy a gift card. Now, when you buy a gift card, you can put in here the amount, $5, $10, $20. I know some Bitcoin enthusiasts that stand right on in our Bitcoin groups. They stand online in Target, and they'll do this right on their mobile phone. They'll go into their wallet. They'll get a $20 gift card, okay, and you simply click purchase. It will use your Bitcoin to buy this card, and then you go over to your gift account, and when you log into your gift account, you will see that you have a card in there. That's a $20 card or whatever amount you put on it, and now you can use that gift card to shop anywhere. Best Buy, Amazon, iTunes, Nordstrom, Sephora, Starbucks, Walmart, Whole Foods, all of that. And if you look at this, you can see you can go anywhere. That means you can buy anything with Bitcoin. You can now live on Bitcoin, because all you need to do, if you have all Bitcoin and no fiat currency, that's my goal, all Bitcoin, and just kind of phase out of the fiat currency, the fake money, just kind of phase yourself off the fake money. Plus, with Bitcoin, it's not anonymous, it's pseudonymous. And pseudonymous means that you don't have to give all your information. You give some information, but you don't have to give your social security number or anything like that, or your date of birth to work with Bitcoin. Not required. Bitcoin does not need that information. Now, let's buy hotel. We're going to go to Expedia.com, and let's see, where do we want to go on Expedia? Click on hotels. You're not going to buy your flights on Expedia. I'm showing you how I travel around the world. Let's go to Bali, Indonesia. No, let's go to Dubai. Hotel only. Let's go to Dubai. Where do y'all want to stay? I say let's go to Dubai. Dubai. Yeah, Dubai. Yeah. How's that? Dubai. Is that good for you guys? Y'all want to go to Dubai? I say we go to Dubai. Cool. 2 adults, 0 children. Yeah, let's leave the kids at home. Search. Dubai. We're going to go to Dubai. All right. Expedia is looking for some places for us to stay. Let's see where we want to go. Dubai. Let's go to questions. What questions do you guys have? Where can I find the class that teaches how to get started? Missed that one. Can I do this with the Coinbase app? Oh, very good question. Hey Val Hey Val have been here. Namaste. I made a commitment to pay Bitcoins every week, $50. Ooh, wonderful. You invest $50 a week in Bitcoin, you're gonna be rich in probably about 2-3 years. Maybe shorter than that. I see because I missed it $1 a coin. Not again. Oh no. I know that's right, Rosa. Hannah. Hi, Hannah. I was doing a little research. Bitcoin is considered private property. It is private property because it belongs to you. Absolutely. Chris Olson sounds like kiting. For us. Let's go to the first one we got here. Majestic Hotel Tower. I like it. Let's get it. Very good. 4.25. I do like to 4.25 out of 5 stars. Let's see a little higher. Let's go to this one. Oh, yeah. Demac Maison Canal Views. Oh, I love that. Let's pick that one. We're going to stay there. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, let's do it. Let's book it. Book. We're going to Dubai. And I hope this is going to let me, hello, Valerie. Oh, thank you. Okay, book. How come you guys are not booking? Oh, booking? Oh, yeah, book this one. Let's go with the suite. 1 bedroom. Downtown view. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Now, if you go down here, welcome back. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to log in. Look at what Expedia, $170. We're going to stay in Dubai for the week. I love it. You guys, we're going to have a ball in Dubai. All right, go scroll down and look what it says here. Oh, payment. Debit card, credit card, PayPal, Bitcoin. Important. You will be redirected to Coinbase to securely pay with Bitcoin. So once you fill out the information, we're going to, let me put Joe Schmo, and we got a phone number. Let's put the one they always put on TV, 301-555-1010. I hope that's not somebody's phone number. And now we're going to pay with Bitcoin. And yep, we want the terms and conditions. Okay, that's going to tell us terms and conditions. Okay, let's look at it right there. Pay with Bitcoin. I love it. Oh my God. Oh, to continue, please correct the error below. There was something I left out. Joe Schmo number. Okay. Oh, email address. Let's make up a fake email address. honeybunny2020 at bigcoins.com. I'm making it up. Pay with Bitcoin. Come on. Oh, are you letting me do it? Oh, to continue. Oh, password, create a password. Okay. Let's see now if it'll take me to the screen. I want you to see the screen where you pay for Bitcoin. See, you're connecting to Coinbase now. You have 30 minutes to complete your order. What it's going to show you is a screen where you can now place your order with Bitcoin. No, I don't want this password saved. No. Now, do you see what this says? It says here, you can either use your Coinbase wallet, and you'll sign right into Coinbase here, or use your Bitcoin address. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into your own account, and you're going to send exactly this amount. You could copy and paste it if you want to this address. And you could just, I usually do this. I usually do copy address. The address is copied. You paste it into your account. So even if you went back to change tip, this is how you would send it. You just go to send. Do you see up here? We want to withdraw, right? Bitcoin. So easy, so simple. And all you would do is withdraw to the address that they gave you. Pop in the address, and there you'll be able to withdraw. See, it's going to ask for the address. Bitcoin requires addresses. So you just take this address. We're going to close the terms and conditions. This is the address. Remember, we already copied it. So you just go and paste it in. This is not much different from what you're used to doing. See, there is pasted in. Now the amount. You're going to go back and get the amount. Just copy it. That's what I do. I make it simple for myself. Just copy exactly what they said, how much Bitcoin it is. It's about Bitcoin is about 2,000 some odd dollars now. Paste it in there. You see? There you go. Actually, no, this is dollars. So what I want to do is I want to change this to Bitcoin. Okay, so let's change it to dollars. So I'll copy the dollars. Are you all following me on this? I hope this is very simple. I hope I'm making this simple enough. And if you put in the dollar amount, see it says a dollar symbol there. So put in the dollar. And it's only saying it because it's not 2,000 some odd dollars in this account. But you see there it's the amount. And then you would click send. And you send the money to Expedia. Now once you send the money to them, they are going to send you confirmation. See how it says right here, waiting for payment. Once you make the payment, this is powered by Coinbase, it's going to send you a confirmation in a matter of seconds. They will receive it. Now let's go to how do you buy airline tickets? I promised you groceries, Starbucks, hotels. How about airline tickets? Here's where you go for your airline tickets. Are you ready? Cheap-O Air. Baby. Don't you love it? Hang with me. You're going to learn everything. Let me tell you, this is a good time for me to let you know that our 7 Income Streams Money Mastermind class starts 1 week from today, boo. Go to ValerieLove.com. Do you see Money Mastermind right here, 2016? Money Mastermind. You have to be with us in Money Mastermind. So now Cheapo Air is coming up. While that comes up, let's talk a little bit about Money Mastermind. I want you to watch the 7 income streams. You can register right here for Money Mastermind. So easy. You can even call my office with your questions about Money Mastermind. I'm looking for the people who truly are ready to be free and want to join us in Money Mastermind. And in that class, the video where it says watch the 7 income streams live training here, if you saw that video, this is a countdown. We start Money Mastermind 1 week from today, Monday, January 4th. If you watch this vid, you will see exactly what we're going to do in Money Mastermind. I love it, okay? You're going to see exactly what we're going to do in Money Mastermind. Let's buy some airline tickets and then we're going to wrap up. Woo, I love it. Cheapo Air. Do you see that? Cheapo Air. Let's go from Miami to Dubai. We got to get our airline tickets. Dubai. There we go. What date? January 1st. We're staying for a week. To the 8th, 2 adults, me and Boo, no seniors, no children. We're going to leave the kids at home. We're going to go with first class, search now. Ready? We're going to buy airline tickets with Bitcoin. You bought your Starbucks using gift. You bought your Target, Nordstrom, CVS, Best Buy with your gift that one account, like I promised you. And you already saw you go to Expedia, that second account, you get hotels at air. Let's go with this one, Qatar, only 40 processing the request. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't you guys love it? Oh, here it is right here. All right, select. So choose that one. I want you to play around with it. Buy some Bitcoin. Play around. Buy $5 worth. Put $5 on a card. You would not believe that you will be empowering a person all the way on the other side of the world by buying some Bitcoin. Okay, this looks good. We're going to go with it. And once again, if you come down here, you see payment method. We are going to, oh, I wonder if they'll let me buy Bitcoin with this one. They're going to let me, 8828. And travel protection, I don't need any of that. Do you see these choices here? One of them is Bitcoin. Let's look, let's look, let's look. Cheapo Air, help me out here. Oh, payment info. There, oh, Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Pay with credit cards or debit cards optional. This may not let me buy air to buy with Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. I bought air from Bali. Let's buy air from Bali. Let's see if that will give me Bitcoin. Either way, this is the website to use to buy your air. Pig, oh, thank you. So why hasn't a billionaire purchased all 21 million? Oh, that's a great question. Chris said, I am sold and in. Okay, here, let's come off of screen share for a moment, and I'm going to wrap class up. This has been, I believe, you can't buy all 21 million Bitcoin because they haven't all been mined yet. They don't even exist yet. I know this sounds a little strange, but the way that Bitcoin are created is that they come out of the system itself every day. There's a certain amount of Bitcoin that's spit out of the system as a reward to the people who take care of the numbers and the calculations of all of our transactions. We call them miners, and they get paid in Bitcoin. So that's how new Bitcoin spit out all the time. Now, it will take 80 years for all 21 million Bitcoin to appear because every, I believe it is every 21 million or something like that Bitcoin, it spits out half of the amount it normally spits out. So now it spits out 25 Bitcoin a day, 25 Bitcoin for every solving problem, every chunk of transactions that are solved through the lie to 12.5. That means you can expect the later half of in July and forward a huge spike in Bitcoin. You could expect, perhaps, because the supply will be going down on how quickly they're spitting out into the system now. Okay? It doesn't mean that there'll be less Bitcoin. It means that there is going to be not so many Bitcoin coming onto the scene as quickly as it is now, which means that supply and demand once again. It's called a halving event. And all you have to do to understand halving, and then we're going to wrap up class. And y'all had amazing questions, class. Y'all had amazing questions. I love it. I love what y'all are talking about. Cheapo Air is where you get your cheap airline tickets from with Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitcoin half. There's a half calendar. Let's see if I can find it. Bitcoin half calendar. It's like a half countdown. See it? The halving chart. Bitcoin halving. And it actually gives you, there it is, a countdown to when they think this event is going to occur. We got 203 days. That's about July of 2016. And on June, let me give you the dates, the date for the event that we're doing in June. So I just want to give you some dates of what we got coming up. January 1st, write this on your calendar. Our global community is about to embark on a Wealth and Wisdom 31-day challenge starting January 1st, which is this Friday on Boost. Every morning, get your Boost morning inspiration. You can't not be wealthy in 2016 if you want to be, because I'm going to be here with you and we're going to be getting wealthier and wealthier together. That's how it works. You do it in community, not with yourself. Come and join me in coaching. I don't do hard selling because I don't have to. I'm asking you to join us in a coaching program that will radically change your life. I have coached many, 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 many quite amazing light workers to write books, start businesses, create ministries, to create retreat centers, to create all kinds of amazing, amazing, amazing creations. And for you, I want you to be set free. I'm going to teach you how to make money while you're sleeping, while you're doing what you love, like writing a book, and you got that YouTube money coming in every month at the right time, and you got that thorough teacher, because I like to make sure that you get it and that it's actionable. And if you think we cover a lot in these free classes, wait till you come into a class that you actually pay for. Oh, it's on. It's on. Write these dates down. January 1st to the 31st. 31 days. That's free. It's 31 days. It's my ministry, my service to the planet, to humanity, our Boost community. You can connect two ways, either on Blog Talk Radio, you just dial right in. It's right at ValerieLove.com, or you can hook up on Periscope, because I'm going to be live broadcasting on Periscope too. I love it. Now, here is your date for the VIP Day event I'm having in June. There are going to be 4 of them, one in April, May, June, July. We just locked in the dates today. And here, so this is the first announcement I'm making of them. Mark on your calendar the June date, which is a Bitcoin VIP day. If you can't come into a coaching program that goes over time, like Money Mastermind, where we really take you step by step through all the income streams, if you can't do a longer coaching program, come to a VIP day where you get it all. It is a drink with a fire hose, but you do have a plan that you leave with. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on the Eastern Shore of Maryland at one of my favorite places, the Hyatt. We love going to 5-star places. We love 5-star. It's very lovely. 5-star is very lovely. Mark your calendar. It is on June 25th. Saturday, June 25th. That's going to be the Bitcoin VIP day where you come and it's all Bitcoin with me for all those hours, 8 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. in the evening, and you're going to set up your plan, and you're going to invest in Bitcoin, and you're going to open your accounts, you're going to know how Bitcoin works, you understand Bitcoin. We have our Bitcoin people that come there. Phenomenal, phenomenal. You get it all in one day. Phenomenal. And I love learning that's interactive and personal in person. I love that kind of learning. Next, let's wrap up with Money Mastermind. And I'm going to take one more quick peek at our chat. I love y'all. Y'all hung with me in this whole class. And lately, our classes have gone beyond an hour because we're talking about really important stuff. Like, isn't your money, your wealth, your freedom? Doesn't it feel good to know you have money in the bank? You don't even have to concern yourself with how anything's going to get paid. Everything in my life is paid for, is taken care of. With investments, with plenty left over. Isn't that the life you want to live? That's the life. Let me tell you, abundance is real. Lack, limitation, they're not real. They're like that fiat currency people carry around in their wallets. It's not real. I'm going to go to our chat, and then I'm going to make sure that we got all our questions answered. Oh, the last question. Thank you, Hamila. Thank you. Thank you, Rosa J. Hodge. I am a graduate of the Destiny Coaching Program, Coach 2014. Yes, she is Rosa J. Hodge. Coach Rosa. Can I become a part of Boost? Yes, you can, Havila, and all of our families. Oh, books on Bitcoin. Excellent question. For all our family members who are in Boost, a global community, yes, you can join Boost. We will be live every morning starting January 1st. And for all of you who know, Boost is now going, we just entered our 8th year. Boost is 7 years old. We have just entered our 8th year this month. I am so thankful to God for that. Also, let's go to the BTM, the Bitcoin Teller Machine Coach Zanetta, also a graduate of Destiny Coaching Academy. Mwah, love you. Also, I want to let you know, family, thank you for the reminder, coaches. The Destiny Coaching Academy opens its doors on Friday, January 1st to be trained and certified as a money and wealth coach. Oh, thank you, coaches, for reminding me about that. We start, doors open January 1st. All the details about that on January 1st will be on ValerieLove.com to become a coach with the Destiny Coaching Academy. Last thing I want to say about is the Bitcoin teller machine. Try a Bitcoin teller machine. What it does is you either can put fiat in and it will convert it into Bitcoin and put the Bitcoin in your wallet, or you can have it tell you the reverse. You can have it give you fiat for Bitcoin. And it's very simple. When you go to the BTM, Bitcoin teller machine, not an ATM, not an automated teller machine, it's a BTM, Bitcoin teller machines. You'll see them popping up all over. They're in Wall Street. I used one in Baltimore. I used one in, I've seen them in Baltimore. I've seen it in, also they have it in Bali, Indonesia. I used one in Bali, Indonesia. I actually put probably about $1,000 worth of fiat into the Bitcoin teller machine, which was a few million rupiah in Indonesian currency. It was Indonesian fiat currency. I scanned my QR code with my phone for my wallet that I wanted it to go into as Bitcoin, because I was going to use the Bitcoin to buy tickets on Cheapo Air. That's what I love using for Bitcoin airline tickets. I love you. This has been incredible. Register for the coaching program because I'm still giving away one more Sedona retreat. We had several folks that joined the coaching program. I'm so excited. It felt so good to give away the Sedona retreat because this group graduates at a retreat in Sedona, Arizona, December 1st to the 4th. Put that on your calendar. We'll be in Sedona next year as a family, 1 year. from now. And this group that's in Money Mastermind, you will graduate at that retreat. So I'm giving away one more retreat, and I'm so excited about that. So register right away. Really good payment plans. If you have any questions, call our office, 801-871-LOVE. I love you. God bless you. Here's to your freedom and your abundance and your wealth and your riches and your prosperity. Come on, let's change the world. Mwah! Yeah, baby. Yes. Thank you, God.